The Book of the Damned, by Charles Hoyfort, Chapter 4c. In the American Journal of Science, Series 1, Volume 25, page 362, occurs the inevitable damnation of the Amherst object. Professor Edward Hitchcock went to live in Amherst. He says that years later, another object, like the one said to have fallen in 1819, had been found at nearly the same place. Professor Hitchcock was invited by Professor Graves to examine it. Exactly like the first one, corresponded in size and color and consistency. The chemical reactions were the same. Professor Hitchcock recognized it in a moment. It was a gelatinous fungus. He did not satisfy himself as to just the exact species it belonged to, but he predicted that similar fungi might spring up within 24 hours. But, before evening, two others sprang up. Or we've arrived at one of the oldest of the exclusionists' conventions, or Nostoc. We shall have many data of gelatinous substance said to have fallen from the sky. Almost always the exclusionists argue that it was only Nostoc, an alga, or, in some respects, a fungus growth. The rival convention is spawn of frogs or of fishes. These two conventions have made a strong combination. In instances where testimony was not convincing that gelatinous matter had been seen to fall, it was said that the gelatinous substance was Nostoc, and had been on the ground in the first place. When the testimony was too good that it had fallen, it was said to be spawn that had been carried from one place to another in a whirlwind. Now, I can't say that Nostoc is always greenish, any more than I can say that blackbirds are always black, having seen a white one. We shall quote a scientist who knew of flesh-colored Nostoc, when so to know was convenient. When we come to reported falls of gelatinous substances, I'd like it to be noticed how often they are described as whitish or grayish. In looking up the subject, myself, I have read only of greenish Nostoc, said to be greenish in Webster's Dictionary, said to be blue-green in the New International Encyclopedia, from bright green to olive green. Science Gossip, Volume 10, page 114, green. Science Gossip, Volume 7, page 260, greenish. Notes and Queries, Series 1, Volume 11, page 219. It would seem acceptable that, if many reports of white birds should occur, the birds are not blackbirds, even though there have been white blackbirds. Or that, if often reported, grayish or whitish gelatinous substance is not Nostoc, and is not spawn if occurring in times unseasonable for spawn.